The origins of the child study began in my office in the early 2000s with P.J. Sabaro, a postdoc who was with me at the time, and I discussing the growth of lung function in children with and without asthma. The data were unconvincing because they were not longitudinal data, and we developed the idea of a Canadian study in children and took this idea to Malcolm, who of course had led the Dunedin longitudinal study from New Zealand. Malcolm was initially, I have to say, mildly unenthusiastic with the idea, but as he often does, he gave it thought and then agreed that this was something he would help lead. And of course what has happened is the development of this wonderful study, this jewel in the crown of studies of the development of diseases in children in asthma, and a study that will last long beyond our retirement age, everybody in this room, hopefully, to help us really further understand the origins of chronic diseases in children and older children and then in adulthood as a result of the study that Malcolm has led. Congratulations, Malcolm. You've done a superb job, a brilliant job, and we're all very grateful for all the efforts you've done.
The dedication you put into the child study is a lasting legacy that will be around for many, many more generations to help inform just not us in Canada, but internationally. So I thank you so much for all of the work, help, and friendship you've given to me over the years, and look forward to many more years of success with you in the future.
In terms of lasting advice, it's probably innumerable, the advice that you've given me. But the one that sticks out the most is a story around when Rashmi and I decided to paint a room of our house, and it took us an entire weekend. And I told you about it, and you said, well, I would have much rather you had spent the time writing grants and doing analyses. And I felt that was fair. And then you said something which was quite important. You said, I like to do things that I'm good at and pay other people to do things that they're good at. And that's been advice that has stuck with me throughout my career so far.
So Malcolm, there's a lot of good things to say about you because you work very hard. And I think you have a lot of characteristics that would be good to model. But one of the things that I take home is that despite the hardships of research, you're always the consummate gentleman. You're always very soft-spoken and very compassionate, and those are the things that I will take forward and try and emulate.
Your commitment and your work ethic is incredible, and you've set a tremendous example for child and for AllerGen members, both in the past and certainly into the future. You've left child in a wonderful place with regard to mentorship of young people. There's a tremendous opportunity to move forward, and it's all because of the tremendous foundation that you established, Malcolm. So thank you very much, and congratulations on what appears to be at least a partial retirement.
Do you know what is healthy and what helps you grow? Whose study is this, and what do we know? Doctors, lab techs, and scientists like me, we are all important helpers, part of a big child family.
Why are we allergic to stuff like mold? These questions we ask as kids grow old. We learned so much when they gave us their first poop, but this sample and more helped us find the real scoop.
Where kids should live and how they should play, what pollution can do to their lungs and airway. Thank you so much for helping us achieve this dream to help keep kids healthy as part of the child team.
On behalf of the coordinators of the child study, we would like to thank you, Dr. Sears, for being such an amazing leader and guiding us, not only with your academic expertise, but also the way you have been such a personal leader, not only with the researchers, but also with the families and the kids.
Malcolm, your leadership has been inspirational. Without you, I seriously doubt that there's any way that child really would have gotten off the ground. Kudos to you. It's been an amazing time. I've enjoyed it enormously, and I'll miss you, and I know that as a group we'll always miss your input, your insight, and your ability to help move things forward. Really has been a pleasure working with you. I hope we'll continue to work together in some way for a long time to come.
Your leadership of the child study, from a very unique idea to building a team around that idea and leading that team through to the completion of the 5-year clinical visit milestone that AllerGen has set for you is truly a major accomplishment, both personally, professionally, and for AllerGen. Child was our big, hairy, audacious goal, and many, many people and organizations said it's not going to be possible to do that in the time and with the time and resources available. But you've proved them wrong and shown what an amazing country we have, full of people with ideas, expertise, and the grit and determination to bring ideas into fruition.
Malcolm, I just wanted to say what a joy it's been to work with you for the past 10 years. I wish I had another 20 years to work with you. You've been a real leader for young people like me, or aging people like me, and I certainly hope I can do as well as you've done for our network.
Just wanted to come here and wish you all the best in your retirement. You've had a long and distinguished career, many incredible advances, not the least of which is child, and I hope you have a wonderful retirement and continue to do great things.
There's nothing rehearsed about this. I just think it's a wonderful opportunity to tell you how much I personally have appreciated knowing you, having been taught by you, and just to congratulate you on such a wonderful career where you've brought up so many things over the years that have taught me and others about allergy, about risk factors for allergy, both proving and debunking things, and always being there to just give a wonderful helping hand to all of us. You've been a wonderful teacher and educator and friend, and I wish you all the best as time goes on, and I hope that there'll be other opportunities to pick your wonderful brain and keep in touch.
Congratulations on an excellent career. Been an outstanding academic mentor and excellent Canadian success story, and just wanted to thank you for your one slide that I always use when I'm talking to doctors about the asthma epidemic in the emergency room, and the little ECG picture. It really sells well, so thank you so much for doing a lot of great work, but that slide in particular.
Thank you for such a wonderful welcome into the child team nearly 12 years ago at this very spot in Kingsbridge. I had moved to Canada only a few months prior and had not found my people yet in the Canadian research environment. Child became a natural home, and I thank you for your leadership and for maintaining your genuine interest in the environment side of gene-environment interaction.
I reflect on what I've learned from you and what messages I'll take away, and I think there's really two. One is about being a gentleman, about embracing diversity, encouraging people, never shutting the door on people. I think the other is about rethinking our careers and thinking about what sort of person we can be. I think you proved to me that we don't have some use-by date where we're just done and can't be productive and can't be useful. And I've been inspired by you about the ability to move forward and make valuable contributions for a really significantly long time. And obviously we're having this video to talk and thank you, but I know you're not done now. And hey, the idea that I can keep working and keep doing that, it's really important when we think about paying the mortgage in Vancouver.
On behalf of the AllerGen Students and New Professionals Network, I want to thank you for the role that you've played in the supervision of trainees in our network. Maxwell Tran and David Dye come to mind. And I want to thank you for the amazing opportunity that the child study has been in trainees' development and career opportunities. And I want to wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors.
I think it takes a very special kind of person to implement and, most importantly, execute such a massive interdisciplinary study like child, and you have done it. You've been a tremendous leader to our team with a remarkable vision and dedication to this study that has transformed so many people's careers, including my own. I know that this work is going to have an impact on the next generation of Canadians, and I feel privileged to be a part of it with you. I really hope, and I promise to do my best to ensure that we are still seeing these children when they're 45, like you have done in Dunedin, which is such an inspiration to me and the rest of the team.
I would like to congratulate you to all that you've achieved. It's amazing. I'm so happy to be part of your latest big coup. And I can just thank you for all the inclusiveness and all the warm and supportive words that you have provided when I asked for joining Child. And I wish you all the best.
Malcolm, you know how averse I am to being photographed and making speeches, so you know this testimonial is heartfelt. You have a rare talent of herding cats, and that has made you a strong leader. You have taught me so much in the last 9 years. You taught me the art of diplomacy through active listening, patience, and persistence. It's nice to know that there's one other person out there who shares in my obsessive compulsion to correct grammatical errors in documents. Also, I'm thrilled and a little bit envious that you now can put the science first and play with the data.
So in the last 4.5 years, the publication rate has ramped up at an astounding speed, and you have reviewed and edited every single one of those papers with your keen eye for detail and your loving precision. And those findings have captured the imagination and the attention of the global scientific community, of the media, patient groups, policymakers, parents, and the public. And I have so enjoyed talking with you and working with you to share the stories of the child discoveries.
I just wanted to say congratulations on everything you've done with Child. I think it's going really strongly thanks to your incredible leadership.
Hey Malcolm, Chris Carlston, I hear you packing it in. I'm really amazed, and I'm a very competitive guy, so one thing I remember from meeting you and looking at your CV was that you're someone who I just really couldn't compete with. It made my life easier. I focus on some of the smaller fish, and then Malcolm is somebody that I could never touch for publications, grants, prowess in all things research, numbers of projects, trainees, accomplishments, awards. So you made my life easier by knowing that there's an exponential level above my productivity that I can only admire from afar. But at the same time, you're a role model for so many of us to at least dream of that kind of career. And I want to congratulate you. You've been fantastic to the community. I want you to enjoy yourself moving on. So thanks, Malcolm.
Maybe I'll just share, one memory that certainly I won't forget, which was our time together in Europe. We were, as you might remember, the team tasked to go down to Munich, probably a place you'd been many times, to Erica's office. But for me, it was certainly a lot of fun for just you and I to be together on a mission to Munich. That was it, yes. Malcolm, you and I, a mission to Munich. And I think you were in the midst of your knee replacements, and I just couldn't believe that you were toughing it out, dragging your suitcase with not perfect mobility, and still the dedication, the enthusiasm, the enjoyment were there the whole time.
I'm a professor of statistics and biostatistics. Many of my colleagues probably think that I'm a misfit with working with multidisciplinary teams such as Child. Well, the fact is, I actually have been enjoying it. Thanks to you. You have been my inspiration for all these years. We work together on great in publications together, and regardless of outcome, you have always been grateful and positive. And you really show me what a true scholar should be. It has made lasting impact on the way that I conduct research. So all of that, I wanted to say thank you and my best wishes for the best wherever you are and whatever you do. All my heart, the best for you and your family.
Congratulations on all the accomplishments you've made with the Child Study.
He gave me my first real job and my second, and he supervised my thesis. Equally as important, he's always been there to give me advice on life matters, support all of my interests outside of research, and joke about American politics. So Dr. Sears, thank you for being an incredible mentor. You've done such a wonderful job as director of the Child Study, and I wish you all the best as you move on to your new role as editor-in-chief.
You've been a tour de force on 2 continents, in New Zealand and in Canada, and ever since I met you, I've realized that the determination, skill, tenacity, and knowledge of people have been just tremendously valuable and come together. And the child study that we've partnered on, I with you, you with us, and us all together with Paul O'Byrne, has been so monumental and so groundbreaking in terms of world understanding of the developmental origins of health and disease, that I can't but say congratulations and bravo over and over again.